Oh god, I am not happy making this video. The Nintendo Switch 2 was officially revealed yesterday and it already has some big problems, okay? I am mad. In this video we're going to talk about two main problems, two big problems, the biggest ones that I have with the console. The first one that we're going to talk about are the designs of the Nintendo Switch 2 game boxes, and then we're going to talk about the prices. But first, hello everyone, my name is DAGG, and I actually really like that Direct. I made so many reactions, you can check them out. I am very happy with the Direct, it was one of the best Directs we've ever had. But then after the Direct, we got the reveal of how the new Nintendo Switch 2 cases are going to look like. And these are ugly. No, but like really, come on. Look at the Switch case for Metroid Prime 4. It looks amazing. And now look at the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Look, I get it, you have to make it stand out so people do not confuse the Nintendo Switch 1 version to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, okay? I totally get it, and I feel like just having the red, that's fine. But what's all this text? All this text, what is it? It looks bad. It is, of course, saying that it is the upgraded version. So, you know, you're getting the best version of the game, but this just looks bad. Okay, so there are a few examples of games that look pretty good with this art. For example, Mario Kart World looks great. The new Donkey Kong game looks great as well. These look great. It's going to take some time to get used to, but I like it. I'm going to grow fond of it. But this text, and this happens with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as well, it looks bad. And also Kirby, like it looks bad. Nintendo, you have to fix this. This looks horrible. I mean, this is stuff you can put on the back of the box. I'm a physical collector. This just looks unappealing. For real. And we're going to talk about physical collecting in a bit, because that's something I'm really mad about. But this looks bad. And worst of all, this news I just found out today. Some games are going to have key cards, you know? Key cards. Okay, so what are key cards? You're going to buy your game physically and you're getting, you know, the cartridge. However, you are going to download the game from the eShop. And what's going to happen is that with that key, you're going to put it inside of the console and that will allow you to play the game. So what's the difference between buying a physical game or a digital game? It's just a key, okay? So it completely defeats the purpose of buying a physical game, because what you want to do with a physical game, or at least in my perspective, is that in 20 years, I own my physical game. So if I have another Nintendo Switch, I can play it. In 20 years, if I want to play a game that has this key thing and the eShop is down, I will not be able to play the game, right? So it completely defeats the purpose of a physical game. It's just pointless. And I am worried that some games are going to opt for this solution. And it looks ugly as well. It looks ugly, it is bad, it defeats the purpose of having a physical game. This is just useless, okay? I don't know why Nintendo is doing this. You either buy a digital game or a physical game. And now let's talk about the prices, because I'm getting heated up, and for a very good reason. Nintendo Switch 2 games are expensive. It's crazy, it's expensive. We live in a world where $60 is the norm for a AAA game. Maybe if it's a very high budget game, very high quality game that has a lot of features in it, it can go to $70, right? Tears of the Kingdom did it. Most of PlayStation games at launch have a $70 price tag. But here's the thing, PlayStation over time lowers their prices, their physical games prices, right? Nintendo doesn't. It is very clear, and it has been the case for many years, that Nintendo games prices do not go down. Yeah, these games will stay $70 a pop, right? And that's just Donkey Kong. Mario Kart World will cost $80, 90 euros and $80. Why is it more expensive in Europe than the US? I have no idea. In Mexico, this is going to suck for me because they do also have a price increase. I'm guessing like $90, more or less the same amount of money, right? Because, okay, here, the console price, $450 for the console, that's fine. And then if you add the camera and the Pro controller, you know, $550, $600, it's taking it a little far, but understandable. But if you're going to charge me almost $100 per game, man, that's way too much. And I'm afraid because if this is successful, this is going to be a new standard for gaming. Games will now cost $80 even for Xbox and PlayStation. Why? Because Nintendo set up a new trend. This is the most expensive games have been ever. And that just seems unfair. I love collecting games, right? I love having my physical games with me. But why are you charging more for physical games than digital games? It has never been that way. Never. They are usually the same price. I was very happy after the direct ended. I was ecstatic. I was super excited. But after the direct, with all this going on, I don't know. It was just a slap in the face. That's all I can say. Hopefully the situation gets better, but I am someone who is still studying, right? And I also have a job. But my job is part-time, and what I get from my work barely covers one game a month without separating the money into savings, right? Because I also separate that money into savings, into a savings account. So yeah, I'm very disappointed on the prices, and the game boxes look ugly. At least the ones that are going to have an upgrade, they look ugly. Hopefully, Nintendo, you can fix this. I am really hopeful. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Tell me in the comments down below if you share my opinions, and I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See ya. Bye.